Hi there, this is Susie here. Today she has got at least 6 plants of pelargoniums that she is going to try them as a standard. I have actually never ever tried a standard, but my interest have grown after seeing a few standards around, and I thought, right, let's see what it takes to make a plant a standard. So I am a novice myself, and I hope that we both can learn together. If I am doing something not quite right, please do let me know. But as I say, this is an experiment for me, and I just like the idea of just my own imagination, my own creativity that has led me to try my own different sorts of pelargoniums into a standard. First of all, here I have got a Prince Rupert, which is a crispimum variety, variegated leafy thing here. And this particular plant, I actually got it from one of the sellers here in Victoria, and it was a Loptina, and it was possibly about that high when I got it. So I have been training it to become a standard. So it has probably increased another inch of its height of the stem. And I'm now trying to form this into a ball. So I will let you see how I'm going to trim this particular one here so that it gets into a nice ball and gives a lot fuller look, more denser look. And we'll work that one together when I come to trim into that one. This is one of my regal variety here. I think the common name here in Australia is Delhi, but it is also known by candy cane because when I bought it, it was sold to me as a candy cane, but when I see the flower of this particular one, it also sort of resonates the flower of Delhi. Well, this particular plant, I think, does really well, especially regals are very well known in the pelargonium world to stand a nice standard look, and so are the Uniques variety and the Angel variety. Some of them you can actually train them as a standard. And this particular one here is another regal. It's annoyed. I think I don't know what it's gonna flower like. I've never seen it in a flower. I believe it's a white with maroon something in them. I was given this by a friend, but I really don't know what kind of flower it's gonna turn out to be. But I'm just gonna train this, and it's about 2 weeks old, this one, since I have planted it, and now I'm trying to train it to become a standard. And I'm going to try a zonal here, which is an apple rosebud. I haven't actually tried a zonal ever before, so it'll be interesting to see how the rosebud will do as a standard, and I will keep updating and follow up to see how far I reach making this into a standard. Here again, I have got Delhi again. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit bent, we will straighten that up when it goes into our next pot. So at the moment, our main concentration will be trying to get this plant tall, just one stem. So we'll show you how I take the leaves off it. So there's 2 leaves that needs to come off here. And here I've just repotted this about a couple of weeks ago, this particular one, as well as a baby. So this is how we start as a baby, and then take the petioles out or off, or chop them off, and we'll show you how that's done. Now we should perhaps start with the little one. What I'm going to do, as you know, that regals are sometimes a little bit hard to take leaves off with your hand like you would do on a zonal. In a zonal you can actually take the leaves off like this without having to use a knife or a scissors. Whereas with the regal you really have to use a very sharp knife or something really well sharpened object to be able to take the leaf off, because if you tear it or take it off with your hand, you more likely would damage the stem. So these are not as easy to take it off as zonal. So what I'm going to do, I'm only going to leave this leaf here, the two opposite leaves here, and I'm going to take this leaf off and this leaf off. So what I will do, I'll very firmly and gently take these ones off, just cut them off. Take this off so you can have a good look. And make sure, without my glasses, I can't see the fine prints, the fine things. So put my glasses on and see what I'm doing. And just tidy it up without breaking the stem. And take this little leaf cover off as well. And I'll just leave the opposite leaves to form, and I will just keep an eye for the stem to get taller, and I will be removing the leaves as it forms into a bigger leaf. So I've really done this one. This particular one is done. And now working on this one, actually the other day I removed quite a few leaves off it. So all I'm going to remove now is 2 more, because I don't want this particular one on this side and this particular one on that side. And I will just remove all these little leaf guards that they have underneath the leaves. So keep it really nice and clean, the stem. And if there is any shoot comes off, you just take them off. But don't worry too much just as yet to straighten this plant. When we get into a bigger size pot, then we will try to straighten this. Meanwhile, let it form a nice strong stem. So this one is done. And here's my zonal apple rose. As you can see in this particular one, I've got a side shoot here. This particular one. I am going to remove that gently because I don't need that. So I've removed all that, and now looking at this particular plant, I can literally remove this particular petal, the petiole, and this particular petiole. So it's got 2 nice leaves. I will just wait for this leaf and the leaves that are forming to come out, and then let it grow as tall as it can. And this one I planted as a plant on the 23rd of the 2nd, and it has done quite well so far for me, and we'll see how it goes because I've never tried a zonal into a standard, so that will be interesting. The best ones really are the regals and the uniques and the angels. So choose one that you think would perform really well, and it's nice, will give you a nice stem, strong stem. I haven't got as many regals because I'm not really into regals, but what fascinated me more than anything is so-called this standard variety. So to have the standard, I really wanted to have few regals, collection of 1 or 2 even, just to try and find out what it is all about. And anyhow, so this is annoyed, which means it's got no ID because I don't know the flower type, but I really like this particular regal. So I'm just going to remove as many leaves as possible, and I'm only just going to leave the first top 4 leaves visible and no more. And you keep doing this. Since winter is coming, it'll give me something to do actually. So, because in winter everything slows down, as you know, there's not much happening except tidying up your all sorts of pelargoniums, whether it be zonal, uniques, angels, ivies or whatever. You just prune, trim, take all the dead leaves off, make sure the soil is nice and dry and not overwatered and things like this. You have to keep an eye on those as well. This particular ones that I will keep an eye on, see how they go as a standard. I love this one because this is actually has got quite a good, it has quite a few years of growth already. Now what I'm going to do with this one is literally chop off all the tips. I'm going to take it all off because I really want this particular one to bush up really more than anything. So what I'm doing is I'm really picking out the tips because I really want to take them off so I can get some more branches of them and take it where you can see that there will be a more branch formation. And I'll take this one off as well. Don't need that one there, and I don't need that one over there. Just a matter of tidying it up and letting it bush up nicely. And this is fairly new. I mean, I've only been got interested in this particular type of standard pelargoniums probably about 2 months ago, and I thought I'll give it a go because I just seems to love what I have seen. It has interested me tremendously. And here's another one that obviously you can take a scissors and trim it off because I really want this to push up. So just trim it just above the petiole because that's where you will get little shoots happening just above the petiole. And trim just about every branch because you want a lot more little ones coming up, all shooting all over the place. That's what you want. And this is what I will be doing throughout winter. This will keep me amused because I just want to see how this actually comes out. It's already in a good pot, so now I've just got to maintain it. I think that's pretty well trimmed. And just wait for the next lot of branches to come over and let it get fuller. So this is what I will be doing in the next over the winter months, trying to keep up to date and updated of my standards. So try it because I think it's a very good hobby to have, and try something different if you haven't tried it. It has certainly made my day to see how well they are coming. So I would like to say goodbye for now, and I will keep them posted and updated and see how they go in the next couple of months or a few months ahead. Take care and enjoy yourselves. Bye for now.